everybody, back again with another little tutorial for you all. I'm always being asked, how do I photograph my figures once I'm done, once I've completed a custom figure and I want to make a gallery to put online on my website, on Facebook or whatever. So I figured, since I just finished up this Marvel Legends Acroyear custom commission that I did, that I would shoot a little video here to show what my photography setup looks like. Now this is a little photo tent. It comes apart here. It's just with Velcro that I picked up on eBay. It folds up into a little like a little briefcase looking thing. Came with these two lights, this light here and that light there, and it was about maybe $40, $50, something like that. It wasn't too bad. As you can see, I have it set up, and I have a piece of construction paper that I tape in the back. See, there's a little green tape right there. There's some tape on the back, and I tape it on the tabletop. Okay, and then here I have my camera set up on a tripod. Now, as you can see, that is basically what my photo is going to look like. All right. So here, let's click this. All right, it'll focus in. Now, as you can also see, I'm using a timer. The timer setting is very important, in my opinion, because that will eliminate the blurriness, or it should eliminate the blurriness of your photos, because your hands won't be on your camera. Your camera is stationary on a tripod, and it should eliminate 99% of the blurriness from your photos. A lot of times, you take a photo of your figure, and it just comes out blurry for no reason that you can figure out, and it's usually just that your hands are a little shaky or your hands move when you hit that shutter. So by using the timer, you can eliminate most of the blurriness. Now, as you can see from the photo that I'm taking, it's not just the figure. You know, you can see the sides of my photo box. You can see everything. You can see all the background. You can see everything. That's because what I'll do is I'll take that photo and I'll put it into Photoshop and I'll do some editing on it. And that is basically to crop it to where I want it to be. Because it's easier to do the cropping than it is to try and line up that perfect shot in your camera. I mean, you know, for me to try and just get this, I mean, you know, you can see here that he's probably not going to fit. Even with this webcam, you know, he's not going to fit completely in the frame. I'm going to have to either make my background larger, which is a hassle because then I have to use more than one sheet of paper, or I'm going to have to crop it. So the easiest thing to do is to just crop it, in my opinion. A few more things about your camera. You always want to use the highest megapixel setting that your camera has. It doesn't have to be crazy. It doesn't have to be 25 megapixels. This camera that I use here is a Sony. I believe it's 8 megapixels max. But you always want to shoot at the highest resolution that you can, because in your editing, when you crop that photo, when you edit that photo in Photoshop or whatever software you're going to use to edit it, you can reduce the picture size so that it fits nicely online. You don't want to upload an 8 megabyte picture to the internet, because it'll take forever to upload, and then it'll take forever to download. I usually stick to around 800 by 600 for my photos. If you upload them to Facebook, I believe Facebook kind of resizes them anyway. It edits them to a more manageable size. They won't let you upload an 8 mega. You can upload the photo, but it's not going to show up as 8 megapixels on the screen when you look at it on Facebook anyway. All right. If you don't have Photoshop or another image editing program that you can use to crop your photos after you're done, there's plenty of them online, free versions or trial versions of software all the time. I know there's something called GIMP, which is like a freeware photo editing program that's similar to Photoshop. Obviously, not going to be as powerful or as strong and give you as many features, but you can look into GIMP. All right. Now let's get to the actual photo tent itself. The main thing that you want to do, you can see when you look at the figure in my photo tent, I've actually got a few shadows, but not many. Alright? And that's the one thing that you really want to try and do, is you want to try and illuminate your subject, whether it be an action figure, whether it be a piece of jewelry, whether it be a cup or a glass, whatever you're photographing. You really want to try and eliminate the shadows. Okay, I use 3 lights for mine, and as you can see, like I said, it does a fairly decent job of eliminating all the shadow, but you're still going to have a little bit of shadow. All right. The point of using something like this material or paper or something to shine the light through is because it diffuses the light. If I just took this lamp and put it on the inside of the photo tent, I mean, you can definitely see what a difference that makes. You know, the lamps don't really illuminate the subject in a very even fashion. Where, you know, once I put the lamps back on the outside of the photo tent, you get a very even lighting throughout the interior of the photo tent. So no matter what you put in there, you're probably going to get a decent photo. Alright? Like I said, you don't have to have a super mega 25 megapixel camera. If you do, that's great. You're still going to end up cutting your photos down to size for the internet, because you can't upload a photo of that size to Facebook or to a personal website, or send it to a client in an email to show them, you know, what their figure is going to look like, because it's just too big. You can't do that. So that's really about it. Like I said, this is something I purchased on eBay for about $40 or $50. You don't have to buy something like this. I've seen people that make a photo tent out of a cardboard box by cutting holes in the sides of the box and then putting paper. So when they put their lamps, and you go to Walmart and you buy some desk lamps, or you can buy little construction lamps, which is nothing more than like a silver shield. You can put a light bulb in there. Sometimes they'll have a clip on it. You can clip them on the side of the table and shine the light right through the paper. The paper will diffuse the light just as easily as something like this. But that's basically what you're looking at. You know, you want to try and take good photos of your work, because I feel that photography is a very important part of the customizing process, or of anything. If you're trying to show a company what your work looks like, or you're trying to show a client what your work looks like, I think photography can really make or break your figure or your project. I've seen fantastic looking figures that suffered from poor photography, and I've seen mediocre figures that, because they were photographed in such a fantastic way, that it makes the figure look 10 times better than it really is. So, you know, take that for what it's worth. If you want to try and get some better looking photos, you know, try and get yourself some kind of a photo tent like this. Again, the tripod, in my opinion, again, very important. The tripod and the timer on your camera. Most cameras have a timer. Eliminates the blurriness, the shakiness of your photos. You know, when you're trying to take a photo and it looks like this, you're not going to get a good photo out of it, you know. So the tripod will eliminate the shakiness. The photo tent will eliminate a lot of the shadows, and it just give you a better looking end product. Alright, so that's it for my little photo tutorial. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. See ya.